Brexit vote result. What have MPs decided in the Commons today and what does it mean? Theresa May has today defeated a backbench rebellion in the latest key Brexit decision. But what have MPs decided in the Commons today and what does it mean? Here and #X27:s what we know so far. The Commons were debating the 15 Lords' amendments to the EU Withdrawal Bill which is currently going through Parliament. Theresa May won the vote with a majority of just 26, narrowly avoiding a defeat. After frantic last-minute discussions between Tory whips and the rebels, enough concessions were made for them to back down, and the government won the vote 324 votes to 298. The government is understood to have accepted the first two parts of Rebel MP Dominic Grieve and #X27:s amendment, which would hand Parliament much more control over the Brexit negotiations. Ministers are conceding that within 7 days of Mrs. May agreeing a Brexit deal, it must be voted on in the Commons, and that if there is no deal by November 30th, the government needs approval from MPs on how to proceed. This would effectively remove no deal as a realistic option, with Parliament effectively in charge of negotiations. Two Tory MPs, Ken Clarke and Anna Soubry, voted against the government. Today an #X27:s debate marks the start of the government and #X27:s attempts to undo the majority of changes put forward by the House of Lords regarding the EU Withdrawal Bill. Dominic Grieve has said Parliament would have structured input into what happened next to avoid a crisis. But is not believed that the government are willing to agree to Mr. Grieve and #X27:s call for MPs to take control of negotiations as a last resort. More crunch votes are expected on the customs union tomorrow. What we know so far, the second big vote comes tomorrow, Wednesday, when MPs decide on an amendment requiring the government to report on its progress in negotiating membership of a customs union with the EU. May has a working majority of just 13, including the Democratic Unionist Party, meaning in theory, just 7 Tory MPs need to switch sides to cause a defeat.